Oh, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Game On. This is the Sports Morning Espresso Shot. I'm your host, Will from Game On. He's Cricket from sportspicks.locals.com, and Fear the Beardo is here with us this morning. Sorry we're late. Beardo was telling us a crazy story, so it took us forever to start the show.
Sorry,
Definitely was not
it is my fault.
me being late, definitely not me. How we doing this morning, Cricket?
I'm good, man. I'm good this morning, bro. We cleaned house last night. We got the books last night, bro. Buckeyes come through, wound up hitting most of the ladders on the scoop and score at the end. We cashed the tickets for Notre Dame and Ohio State to play a national championship, tickets for Ohio State to go national championship. We got all the money last night, man.
Yeah, man, that I felt bad. I didn't bet the teaser on Texas, but I was really close to doing it, and I didn't. And that thing was covering the whole game. That thing was covering the whole game until the very end.
Dude,
we'll get to that in a minute, though.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Beardo, how we doing?
I'm doing good, man. Yeah, I was able to call in last week from the phone on my way to Tampa Bay to go to that division clinching Mike Evans record setting game last week. That was freaking awesome. I was telling Cricket a little bit about it. I sent you the pictures, by the way. Go ahead.
I was watching the videos before I started hearing your other crazy story, man. I was watching some of the videos.
So that was cool last week, man. That's only my second NFL game I've ever been to. So really? that was a good time. Yeah, I went to Chargers Giants at SoFi the year after COVID. Okay. Joe Judge's last year in New York.
Okay.
So I went to that game. Giants got absolutely destroyed. But yeah, I went to Tampa Bay last weekend. That was good. Been playing some Red Dead Redemption on my channel. Those have been some crazy successful streams. Having a hell of a time with that. And we got Saturday playoff super wild card weekend, baby. Let's go.
That's gonna be so good. So good.
Yep.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I totally forgot what I was gonna say. Patriot says that voice is painful. You should have heard it yesterday.
You know what you need, Will? You know what you need?
Yeah. That's what I was drinking last night to help kill it. Let me tell you a story. Love my boy, B. McCormick. Shout out to B. McCormick. He messaged me. I checked my Twitter DMs last night. He messaged me. Cricket, what do you think I said in response to this? I look, he says, man, hope you're feeling better. By the way, you can take ibuprofen every 6 to 8 hours. And Sudafed will help with the congestion. You could do that every 6 hours or whatnot. And the Alka-Seltzer flu, severe cold and flu, that stuff is the best stuff. You do that, you're going to feel great. He just went on and on and on with all this stuff. Very, very accurate, I should say, stuff about medications. And I just go, you do realize
you're a pharmacist.
It's my job.
Telling the pharmacist. He goes, yeah. He goes, 100% know that. But he goes, but listen. I don't know what you know what Crowder says about pharmacists and whatnot, and so just make sure you listen to me. I go, what? I don't know what. I'm curious still. I don't know what
does Crowder say about
pharmacists. I'll tell you what I say about pharmacists and like doctors and everything. We are the worst patients in the world. We will not go in. We will not listen to our own advice. But I will tell you this: we do know what medications to take and when to take them.
That's right. That's right. Me and B. McCormick, we was popping off that Twitter chat last night too. I was talking to him and Buku, man. I was screaming like a little girl when Jack Sawyer got that fumble scoop and score. My dog was hiding under the table and shit. I was excited, bro.
Dude, if you're pounding that Sudafed, man, you'd have been up all night. You would have gotten no sleep.
Yeah, they use that for meth.
Dude, you'd have been fucking wired.
It's not really that much, but no, I don't actually. I do the Tylenol severe and flu. That's the thing that I always recommend because that's the best. But it doesn't matter what I take. It's my voice. Like nothing's gonna heal my voice. It's just time. That's the only reason, like, why I couldn't go yesterday. Well, that and everyone else in my house is sick, and the kids got up way too early, and it was just a mess. One thing after another. Callahan jumps off his bed somehow and busts open his eye yesterday. It was a one hell of a day. Yeah. So he's got this fat. He's got this fat like cut underneath his eyebrow.
It's kind of badass though.
Bandage. He's gonna look like
badass.
That.
Hell yeah.
I told him we're gonna have to get him a pirate eye patch. He's like, yeah, okay, let's do it.
He's all about that, ain't he? Yeah.
I was like, if you keep rubbing it, dude, we're gonna have to give you an eye patch. He's like, okay.
Yeah. Put that eye patch on him and tell him go Bucks.
You know what's ironic is so he's the one that gets up every day and has me put on his bat suit.
Yes.
So he's got his Batman outfit on.
Yeah.
Okay. and he has his Batman slippers on, so he puts those on, and he puts his mask on. Well, ironically, I don't know why he wasn't wearing his mask yesterday. Had he been actually wearing his mask, when he fell off the bed, he wouldn't have cut his eyebrow.
Yeah, he'd had some protection.
I know, yeah. I think he really thinks he's Batman. That's why he's doing all this crazy shit.
Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah.
But yeah, so yesterday I tried. I got up early and I tried talking and stuff. I'm like, I can't. It just hit me all of a sudden. I'm like, I can't do it, Craig. I can't. I'm gonna try to go back to bed.
Dude, with your voice right now, with your voice and your mustache, you look like you belong in Red Dead Redemption. Dude, I played Red Dead for like 6 hours last night, and like looking at you with your mustache and listening to your like, you're in it, man.
Yeah,
you're in the game.
Totally like the mayor of that random little town on the outskirts or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love some Red Dead, bro.
Why don't you keep on walking through, buddy?
Keep on walking through. Don't mind me. Just keep on moving. Oh, is that what you say?
Yes.
Dude, it's so hard for me to be a good guy in that game.
Dude, I know what you mean, bro.
It's so hard for me to be a good guy, dude. Like I'm watching Dan. So Dan Vasquez playing through the first game right now. While I'm playing through the second. He's got high honor. He's playing the game how it's supposed to be played. He's being the good guy. And I'm playing and I'm like, I just want to fucking kill everybody, man.
I get mad. I'll be walking down the street and I'll just blast people.
Dude, I'm just riding my horse past somebody and I'll greet somebody and then the person will be like, yeah, whatever, keep it moving. And I'm like, what the fuck did you just say to me?
You're a prick, so you just shoot him in the face.
And I'm like, what the fuck did you just say to me? All right, you're dead.
Yeah. I got a feeling, yeah. I've totally been an outlaw in the Wild West, bro.
Yep, that's how I am, man.
I get it, bro. Have you played the zombie one?
Yeah.
Dude, that one's fun, too.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good. Pull off the Doc Holiday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not me. I'm in my prime. Yeah, so apologies for missing yesterday, but that damn bug. I was the last man standing, though. Everyone else had it. I felt good. Got me.
You good now, man. You on the other side of it now, man. We held it down yesterday.
Just a cold?
Yeah, it's
just cold going around.
Yeah, but it's one of the I don't feel too bad about it, but it's been a weird one. It's my kids have had it for like a week now. And it's just they're finally getting better, but it's just like snot constantly coming out all their noses. And just this terrible, terrible cough. I haven't had the cough too bad. I just have
those kids, man. So the weak immune systems for the kids.
And those pussies.
And them going to, I mean, they haven't been going to school and shit, but when they go to school and stuff, you got all these kids snotty noses grabbing door handles and all this different stuff. They're just passing that stuff around, man.
Mine don't go to school yet. Other than
yours don't.
The one that actually goes to school, she hasn't got it yet. Oh, I was like, I was talking to my wife last night. I'm like, wait, because usually it's Mal that gets it from school and brings it
home to everybody.
Yeah. I go, wait, has Mal been sick yet? Has she caught this? And she goes, no. I go, what? She goes, my wife's like, yeah, maybe we should do the hide in our room all the time 24/7, and maybe we wouldn't have got it either. I go,
that's the disease teenage girls.
She's at that high school age of where it's home and you're.
We got one living in our house too, bro. I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
Whatever. Anyways, you guys ready to talk some football? Let's talk about the college football games. I didn't get you guys' opinion on. I haven't heard your take on either game from either of you, and I will just say that Notre Dame Penn State game, that was a fun game. Both games were a fun game. Look at you.
Hey, there's right. Jay. What's up, Jay? How you doing, brother?
Yeah,
good morning.
Jay, I messaged you like sometime around Christmas time to see if you wanted to come on. But I don't think you ever got it. It's in Twitter or whatnot. But I didn't.
If it's on Twitter, dude, like
I bet you guys have 1,000.
Yeah, he probably didn't get the notification.
Yeah. Because I was going to have you come on and promote your book. But congratulations on the book, Jay. That's awesome.
That is awesome, man. Come on, tell us about it anytime. You're welcome anytime, sir.
What was it? Where was I going with this? Oh, both those games were really good. I think, it took us to the semifinals to get 2 good games, right? So I think we should consider a 14 playoff. You know what I mean? Wild idea here, but all the other games were blowouts. So just a thought.
Here's what you should know. If there was a 14 playoff, it definitely would have probably not been those 4 teams.
I know.
That's the only problem. Yeah, man.
With that Notre Dame Penn State game though, I felt like, man, that Penn State blew that one. I mean, congrats to Notre Dame for fighting back. But I mean, when you have the starting left tackle, an All-American, go down, and then you could see that their defense. I mean, the changing moment in that game, in my opinion, was because that left tackle went out, and the defensive end was just having his way with that big boy. Because I was like, how the hell? This guy's a senior. He's 6'8", like 330. I go, how is he not starting? And Heavy Steps is like, well, that guy that's the starter is a freshman All-American. I'm like, well, that guy must be pretty freaking good then. And the turning point to me was like, because that D end was getting around him with ease. And they had gotten to the backup quarterback that came in a couple times, who was actually slinging he was slinging the pill great.
Dude, he did great.
Yeah, I thought they were going to stick with him in the second half, but I guess then you don't really have the threat of the run like you do with.
He definitely can't run like Riley Leonard.
Well, Riley Leonard's just a freaking tank.
Yeah, he is a big old boy, ain't he? I didn't realize how big that guy was.
Dude, that dude's a big boy. When they ran that QB draw at the end of the game just to get a little bit closer, it was just like, I'm like, oh God. Oh, God. But the turning point was when they got the homeboy, he fumbles, and it just so happened, like it bounces into a Penn State guy's hands, but not like fully into his chest. And you got 2 Notre Dame linemen that jump on there and just rip that out of his hand.
Grabbed it, hungry hippos. Yeah, they just got it back.
And I was like, because I was like, had that not happened and Penn State got the ball right there, even if Penn State didn't get points, which they could have, it would have been at midfield, right?
Yeah.
You take away Notre Dame getting 3 there and getting momentum at the end of the half, and they got the ball at second half to start everything. So I think that was a turning point in the game. I think had they fumbled there, I think that would have killed their momentum. And I mean, I'm not saying they wouldn't have come back in the second half, but that Penn State defense just kind of went away in the second half. I don't know what was going on there. And shout out and RIP to anyone, all the underbetters. You got hosed in that one.
That was gross, wasn't it? We did show that test. That ticket you shared the other day where that one guy had $10 on the exact score, 27-24, paid out like $1,100 or something like that.
Dude, he got that asking ChatGPT what the outcome of the game was going to be.
Of Notre Dame Penn State?
Yeah, ChatGPT was like, it gave out this explanation of like what the game.
What is that, AI, I guess?
Yeah.
It's like Google's AI, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And it at the end it says, I could see something with Notre Dame squeaking this out, something like Notre Dame 27-24.
Yeah, dude.
I believe I'd keep running all the simulations through that.
Well,
did you see the Antonio Brown tweet?
If you're gonna pick a close game, close outcome, like around what the total was and whatnot, 27-24. I mean, that's not too. It wasn't like they said 31
opened at 50. The total opened at 50 and drove down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean that's reasonable. What were you gonna say, Beardo?
Antonio Brown. Did you see his tweet? He posted a picture of Shane Gillis. Yeah, he posted a picture of Shane Gillis, who's a diehard Notre Dame fan. He posted a picture of him doing like cross eyes like this, and he said Notre Dame 27-23 before the game, and then afterwards he said, "Welcome to CTESPN or whatever of the final score 27-24."
Jeez,
yeah, dude,
crazy. That's crazy too. Well,
yeah, he almost nailed it.
He almost had it.
I mean,
at that point, by 1 point, 27-23, 27-24. I mean, you're spot on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
That's solid. Your handicap came through,
or his CTE came through.
His CTE came through probably for that guy. So,
what did you think of the games, Craig?
Notre Dame game. I gave my opinion a little bit on Notre Dame game last night. You know, it was just I was kind of relying on that defense. Expected it to be the spot where the quarterback made the big. You know, Riley Leonard threw a couple picks early in that thing, but not as big as the one that Drew Aller threw right there at the end. Made the Cardinal sin, throwing back across his body across the middle of the field there. Just a little late with it, man, and inaccurate with the throw, and winds up getting a beat there. So, you know, I was on Notre Dame in that one. They didn't cover all the ladders, but they had 3-unit play for -1.5. I took a +9.5 in game too, but a little same game parlay did come through the +700. Will. We had Penn State money line first half, Notre Dame money line for the game. That came through with some flying colors there.
That's what we like to hear. What was I going to say? Do you blame? I blame coaching on that interception by Penn State, not the player. I blame coaching because you've got to have your guy in that spot know, hey, we can go to overtime. You don't have to be a hero. If you have to take a sack, take a sack. We can go to overtime.
Dude, here's
Don't
the thing. The
try to
first
force
play, they tried to run a little draw. And if that draw only gets like 2 yards, they probably just kneel it out and take it to overtime. But that draw play got like 13 yards. And they were like, oh, shit, we got a chance here. And the very next play, they try to throw the ball, and he throws it right to Christian Gray.
Which I don't know why, because they didn't trust their kicker at all during the game. So what do you think he's going to kick a game-winning 50-yard field goal? Like because you're not getting a touchdown more than most likely. You're probably not getting any closer than
you're really not even playing for it.
I would have went to overtime. But
that's what I'm thinking, man. Right there in that spot, like I said, it's the worst thing could have happened to them is getting 13 yards on that first draw play because they gave him a little confidence, like they could go down and get the field goal, man. And I believe if that doesn't happen, if he only gets 2-3 yards on that play, they probably are playing for overtime.
Yeah.
Game last night was much closer than expected, though.
And it went under, too. Everyone was on the over.
Hit our little same game parlay in that one, too, man. We, by the grace of God, we had Ohio State minus 6.5 in the first half and under 26.5 plus 365, I think it was. And that was dead to rights after Texas scored that touchdown. And then 29 seconds, we just get that 75-yard romp from Travion Henderson to go ahead and cover it for us, man. That was where the game really turned on its head.
You think?
I know Texas was in it. I know they came back and tied it up later than that. But you look at that. Anytime you see a play like that where you steal all the momentum back to tie the game up right before halftime, something like that.
How do you let that happen?
That's what I'm saying. Then you wind up giving that play up. That, I mean, like I said, I know they came back. I know they played well after that. I know they tied the game up, had a chance to go in and win it and all that stuff. But that play right there, that's the one I'll look back to and be like, okay, this is where the game turned.
Yeah, it's like I remember. So, what was I doing? I think I was. It was something with the kids. I don't know, getting dinner or whatever. But I saw them score that touchdown. I was like, nice. And I had turned it off and changed the channel for one of the kiddos, so I think I was putting Cal to bed or something like that. I don't know. And I was like, they scored, nice. Oh, there's 13 seconds left. I'm like, okay, I can change it now. Nothing's gonna happen. They're just gonna go into halftime like this. And I came back and I looked. I go, holy shit! And I looked on. I saw the score, so then I just went to X real quick to see what happened because that thing was all over it. That's a beautiful thing about X is like if there's a big sports play, like when there's just one primetime game, you can get updated so fast. You just go to your feed.
Oh yeah,
there it is.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, no fucking way. And I'm like, they ran that defense. Like, what are we doing, dude?
We loved it.
Why do these coaches go stupid sometimes? Like, it's just like in these big games, they just decide, I'm going to throw everything out the door that I've ever fucking done and learned
and know and all that.
Get too cute. For example, last night, before the fumble, it's 1st and goal on the 1. Why don't you bring in Arch Manning?
Agreed.
Because guess what happened when you brought in Arch Manning last time? You ran that fake tush push and direct snapped it to him, and it was beautiful.
What about that play?
Hold on. We'll get to that play in a second. Now, guess what? You bring him in. These guys aren't loading the box. I mean, they are, but they're not like selling all out because in their mind, they're like, oh shit, last time they did this, there's some trick. So now you got them on their heels, even if it's a split second. And you can do that multiple times. Even if you are just going to hand off and run it up the middle, now they have to respect the fake, the pull, right? Man.
Dude,
instead, let's pitch it backwards and have our guy try to beat him on the edge.
That play was crazy where they ran that tight end. Everybody thought they were going to touch with that tight end, and they snapped it through the tight end's legs.
Yep.
And then he runs, and he almost – dude, I thought Texas was going to wind up finding a way to win this game just because of the close plays. You had the one play where Quinn Ewers was almost sacked, and he's able to just kind of shovel it out to Jaden Blue, and they wound up picking up a first down on the play. I thought he was dead to rights on that because that was 3rd and 10. They were supposed to be having a punt back there. And they wound up going down to score on that drive, actually. And then you had the play with Arch Manning where he runs on the 4th and 2 or whatever. And it was his knee hits almost simultaneously as he's fumbling that ball right there. And I was like, Texas definitely going to win this damn thing because they're getting all the close plays. You had old Bolden or whatever it was in the first half, fumble one, and it bounced right back up to him. Yes. I was like, this is not good.
Yes.
Are we seeing Quinn Ewers hit the transfer portal? Or is he declaring?
Or is he going to try to declare? He said before the game, he said his intentions were to go to the NFL draft after the CFP, is what he said. I don't know why. I really don't.
I've been seeing reports that he's looking at transferring.
He should. That's a way better deal for him.
It is. Look at Carson Beck. The dude decides he's going to transfer. He's going to make reportedly he's making a little over $4 million. And this is his deal to go to Miami, and that's just his from the school, not counting other stuff. But I saw a chart yesterday of the players that he will, if he does make that $4 million, the number of quarterbacks in the NFL that he's making more money than. It's like Drake May and like
Probably half of them.
Williams and like all that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, dude, that's a smart thing. Go do that.
Yeah. Do you know why Carson Beck went to Miami?
His girlfriend.
His girlfriend.
Yeah, 100%. We've been talking about that for a while too.
I just don't get, how did these ugly motherfuckers pull these like hot ass athletes? I don't get it.
Well, she's in hopes that he's going to be a millionaire, quarterback one day. Well, I guess now that college is now semi-pro, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Dude, the dude's a bum. Carson Beck is a fucking bum with a capital B.
I agree.
He's fucking terrible.
When I heard he originally was going to go to the draft, when I heard that before he announced the transfer, I was like, what are we doing? That's what happened. He announced transfer, and somebody in his corner was like, not the good move, bro. Not the move.
Going to the draft?
Yeah, not the move. Somebody in his corner totally, shout out to them, because somebody in his corner said, do not do that. And that was the smart move. Now you go make your $4 million in Miami and be good.
I think Quinn Ewers is looking at that same thing. He's looking at the same situation here. It's like, okay, you're going to get drafted in the 4th or 5th round? Or go ahead and transfer and make $6 million.
Yeah, 100%. Dude, that's whoever influenced Carson Beck should be right in Quinn Ewers' ear right now, telling him the same damn thing.
Yeah.
Because at the very best, Quinn Ewers can hope to be Cooper Rush. At the very best.
Yeah. And I mean, for Texas next year, they're going with Arch Manning.
That's Arch's team, man.
Yeah, that's Arch's team now.
You've had multiple chances now to go win your national title. You've lost in the semifinals twice. You've had all your chances we've given to you. Congratulations. Great career. We appreciate all you've done for the university. This is Arch's team, man.
Yeah. Yep. You're not wrong.
Like I said, I couldn't believe that last night, even, not even just last night. You look back at the Arizona State game, outside of those, the punt return and the 2 big plays early on in that game, that offense was not clicking on all cylinders at all, man. They really didn't do much outside of those 2 big plays early on in the punt return. They were able to, manufacture some stuff together toward down the end, but the offense has not looked great for Texas. I guess in the Clemson game, they were just kind of in control of that one the whole damn time, but that we know that team was outmatched, from a roster standpoint, talent perspective, all that thing. But Arizona State, a team that obviously matched up a little bit better in spots than people expected there. The offense didn't look great in that game, and the offense didn't look great last night, man.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, with Quinn, usually I like this. That's Arch's team, bro. It should have been Arch's team when Quinn got hurt earlier this year. They should have never looked back.
I agree with you.
Patriot says F the Dorkhorns. I think Carson Beck this year, had he not got injured, because it's such a weak draft, I think there's a chance he could have actually went in the first round just because teams are desperate, right? Yeah. But then with the surgery and whatnot, there's no way in hell he was. So I was like, well, that's a smart move. Go make $4 million plus whatever. Go hang out with your girlfriend who makes more in NIL than you do. And then, go prove that your arm's okay and, improve your draft stock or whatever.
Is he getting Tommy John?
He already had it.
Yeah, he
already had Tommy John.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If that wouldn't have happened, somebody totally would have tried to take a chance. They would have pulled an Anthony Richardson or a Will Levis or something like that and definitely try to take that guy.
Well, none of these quarterbacks in this draft are worthy of a first-round draft pick.
I agree 100%.
They're going to go because that's just the name of the game.
Because they got to have one, but I agree 100%. They're going to set their franchises back 10 damn years taking one of these guys.
And if anyone thinks I'm wrong, look at Michael Penix Jr. going 8. No one saw that coming last year, right?
Yep.
Not saying he's not worthy of a draft pick or whatever, or being a first-rounder. I'm just saying no one saw that coming. Stupid shit like that always happens.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had 5 QBs last year in the first 12 picks or something.
You had everybody else panicking. They started taking J.J. McCarthy and Bo Nix and all that stuff. Man, it's kind of a domino effect. Once they start taking those guys, they're like, oh, my God, we got to get the next best one. We got to get him. And so trading up and shit. These franchises do stupid shit. That's why they pick in the top 10 every year.
And one of those franchises that are going to be doing that, picking a quarterback way too early?
Yours. Yep. 100%. Y'all going to take Cam Ward and screw that thing up.
Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. I'd rather have fucking Kirk Cousins or Marcus Mariota for another 2 years and fucking tank for Arch Manning.
Just
I don't care.
And that's in September.
I don't freaking care. I would rather suck for 2 years to get Arch Manning than fucking draft one of these bum ass quarterbacks this year.
Let's go. You have been that for a while.
That's sucking for 4 to 5 years with one of these quarterbacks that you're going to draft this year.
You're going to give them 3 to suck. You know you're going to do that. You're going to give them 2.5 to 3 years to go out there and play terrible and get everybody on the franchise again and all that stuff. They're going to do that. They're going to give them that chance.
Well, here's the thing with the Giants. We're going to be in a similar situation as the Chicago Bears were. You're going to, okay, we almost fired Brian Dable and Joe Shane. But, and I guess it's Shane, not Shewan. I don't know. Joe Shane, our
How about
GM.
he wins something, then we'll get his name right. How about that? You know?
Yeah. I like that. I like that. Joe Shewan until he fucking wins something at this point.
Something, then I'll get
he
your
fucking
name right.
let Saquon walk and go to the Eagles. He was their pitch to John Mara. They said, there's AJ, of course.
What's up?
I love AJ. No. So Joe Shewan and Brian Dable went to John Mara. John Mara wants to fucking fire their bitch ass. Oh, well, we never got our guy. We inherited Daniel Jones. We inherited all this. We never got our guy. You can't fire us. Let us draft our guy. So now they're going to forcefully draft somebody in this draft. They're going to draft Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward. And after the end of the year, when we still suck, you're going to fire Brian Dable and Joe Shewan. And now we're stuck with Shedeur Sanders. So now the next regime is going to inherit Shedeur Sanders and going to be stuck with them. Now that's not their guy either. It's going to be the same thing like in Chicago with Matt Eberflus drafting Caleb Williams. Well, now Caleb Williams is going to have a new regime next year in his sophomore season. I don't fucking want that. Just suck for the next 2 years and let's get Arch Manning.
This would be my pitch to management and ownership. I'd be like, listen, one, I'd do this pitch just because then it gets you an extra year after this year. But I'd be like, listen, just picture this, New York, a Manning coming back to New York.
I know.
How much will that sell? How much will that? Let's bring a Manning back to New York, baby. It'll be the talk of the town, the talk of the NFL. We're just going to have to suck one more time, all right? One more year, and then we'll get our guy, and then watch me turn this thing around. That's what I'd be saying.
Yeah.
Good morning, AJ.
Indy wants Arch too.
I was about to say Indy seems to be running the same playbook. And boys, good morning. So nice to be back. Sorry, I've been MIA, traveling, holidays. And then honestly, after Tennessee lost, I couldn't come on and not be an absolute dick to cricket. So I thought I would give myself that week off. But Beardo, welcome to what I like to call the circle of pain, because that's what the Bears go through. And that's what the Giants are in right now. So welcome, bud. It's fun.
Yeah. Arizona will be there soon.
No. Our ownership is way too cheap. We are going to ride and die with this GM and head coach until
I don't know. I
promise you that.
They saw 2 average years of Kyler Murray and they're like, let's give him all the money.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And again, I'm just against that, but I will give credit where credit is due. This was the best year of football that I've seen Kyler Murray play since he's been in the league. And I would say even his college years, like you can go ahead and throw those away. This was the best year of football. Now, don't get me wrong, doesn't show a lot and doesn't give you a lot of hope for the future. But, Marvin Harrison Jr. comes into his sophomore year, hopefully a little bit better and can actually catch a football. I think we're in a good spot. We got James Conner coming back. We got Gardeck. We got the boys rolling. We are at least going one game above 500 next year.
If only someone would have told you that Maserati Marv was going to be a bum.
He's not a bum. Like he was.
Listen,
he was
his
fine.
stats, his stats his rookie season they were showing it is like identical to his father's stats his rookie year. And I'm like, that's not a good thing, guys.
No,
catching the football and putting up numbers is way easier nowadays than it was back then. So I'm like, this is not a good thing.
Well, I really think the other issue was we had a rookie wide receiver coming in as our number one. And don't get me wrong, worked out for the Giants with Malik Neighbors. I mean, that guy's an absolute stud. But The Cardinals, this is the first time Kyler Murray's had a number 1 wide receiver since DeAndre Hopkins. We can go ahead and call Hollywood Brown a number 1 wide receiver, but that's a number 3 in sheep's clothes as a number 1, if you know what I mean. And so I think that's going to be, it'll take a little bit to get used to. That's why James Conner was so big. That's why Trey McBride had a big year. And so I think it might just be a chemistry, let's get comfortable type thing. But then again, I'm just hopeful. We will beat the 49ers in the last game of the season. And so I'm as high as the Cardinals can get right now.
Dude, Malik Neighbors had Drew Lock and Tommy DeVito throwing to him. I don't want to hear like, oh, well, he did it, but it's fun. That dude made things happen. You got to be an athlete, make a play.
Don't forget about Tim Boyle in that one game too.
Yards, man.
Oh yeah, you guys had Tim Boyle start for you. That's right.
He didn't start. Tommy DeVito got injured, so Tim Boyle. It was either Tommy DeVito got injured. Tim Boyle came in. He threw a couple of touchdowns.
No big deal.
Yeah.
Fucking. Why are we talking Cards and Giants?
I don't know. I don't know what the hell we're doing.
Even my Patriots, they lose the number 1 overall pick because they win the game, but it was a win-win because then we show the world that we have 2 QBs. So now we have a trade piece.
Joe Milton,
man.
I
love him after the game. All the Patriots fans were asking, why'd you win that game and cost us the number 1 pick? He's like, bro, I haven't played since the preseason. I was itching to get out there and have some fun. And I'm like, that makes sense, dude. Makes sense.
Great response from him.
I like Joe Milton, man. I like Joe Milton in the combine and the draft last year, man.
We love Joe Milton. Have your Giants trade for him. You guys can have him. Just give us your number 2 pick or whatever. You can have Joe Milton. I'd be better. I'd rather gamble on Joe Milton than Cam Ward.
Give up your number 2 pick for Joe Milton? Yeah, that's
Dude, I'd rather have Joe Milton.
What would you rather have, Cam Ward or Joe Milton?
I'd rather have Joe Milton than all these fucking bums in this draft.
But
we're not giving up a second rounder for him.
I believe I'd trade you something else for Joe Milton and keep my number 2 pick. Probably what I'd do.
Yeah,
it ain't gonna take a number 2 overall pick to get Joe Milton.
No. How about a 4 or 5 and some cash?
Yeah. Hell, food stamps or something.
That's crazy. Yeah. That is crazy. By the way, hold up real quick. Where are we at? Where's the chat at? Shout out to Boost Rumble Boot. Rated the stream. Thank you.
Oh,
thank
look at that, huh?
Man, appreciate that, brother. My man.
Got a little raid going on right now.
The pirate ship.
I love that.
Love it. No, that doesn't make any sense though. Like you guys are like, why would we do that? We'd never give up the second overall pick for that. It's like, but you do realize it's like the same thing is like you can either draft one of these QBs or you can go grab another young QB that was just drafted last year. Like, but and hasn't looked like a complete mess. Yeah, we don't really know what he is, but we don't know what these other guys are going to be either. The only difference is there's 1 year less on that contract.
I see what you're saying, but you don't have to give that to get him. You could trade some other things to get him. You ain't gonna have to give that pick away. You might give me something else with it.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying
you got number 2 overall pick for Joe Milton, Christian Gonzalez.
Ooh.
We give you
my ass on that one. Get my ass on that one.
Yeah, we'll give it to you, man. Here, take it. Take it. Send them guys on the way.
Grass guy says Joe Milton ain't shit. 1 good game. I know. That's what I'm saying. There's still.
Let's don't get it twisted. Joe was playing second, third stringers too. Let's don't get it twisted. That was a great game. He look good. I love Joe Milton. The man threw an orange 100 yards. But I'm just saying that was second and third stringers the other day, bro.
No, I totally get. I'm just saying.
Dude, he can throw a football 70 miles an hour. I want him on my team.
It's crazy.
I don't think you can trade for Joe Milton for a 4th and 5th round pick. That's insane.
Hell, he scored that touchdown, did that standing backflip or whatever. That's a large
that
American.
Was impressive.
That's a large American flipping like that, bro.
Yes.
I'm telling you, incredible athlete. Not so good quarterback.
Incredible Smith.
So
I like Joe Milton.
Samuel, you could have picked any other name, but you picked I Will Survive. I did. What are we talking about?
What are we talking about? What are we doing?
I don't know. It's Blue. I love Blue. Blue's got all the stuff going on. I love it. Let's get into these games.
Let's do it.
We got some games today. I forgot it's called Super Wildcard Weekend.
No, they changed it.
So it is just Wildcard Weekend now?
Yeah. The NFL, Roger Goodell, they changed it back to just Wildcard Weekend, and everybody was having a fit on Twitter yesterday about it.
Which I can't believe it took people that long to realize that it wasn't called Super Wildcard Weekend. Like, it's been in the scheduling since the start of the season. They've called it Wildcard Weekend all season. And so, I mean, are we just all that slow right now, or what's going on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Death,
I am that
Texans.
slow right now. Since we added the extra wild card and we took away the second seed bye, and we have a third wild card, it is super wild card weekend. Go fuck off with your wild card weekend bullshit. That was pre-COVID nonsense. Now we're super wild card weekend now.
Death, taxes, and Roger Goodell finding something to piss fans off about.
I know, dude.
Okay, first game. Chargers, Texans, Chargers. This thing's been bouncing around between -3, -2.5. Sharp money coming in on the Texans here. Action Network expert back in the Texans, but you got 72% of the bet, 70% of the money on the Texans in this one. Anyone got any strong takes on this game? Got a good feeling on this one? My initial feeling before we jump into the stats and everything is I think the general public remembers the Texans on Christmas Day getting shellacked by the Ravens, and that's the last thought they had in their mind. And then it's just the Chargers and Harbaugh. And I think people are going to think I think you're going to have the public all over the Chargers because they're going to be like, oh, yeah, the Chargers are way better than Texans. But I don't think the Texans are as bad as people think they are. I'm not saying they're great. They haven't played the best ball down the road. But this is one where I think there is potentially value on the Texans. I mean, you're a home playoff team, and you got a 5 seed coming in laying 3 against you. I mean, that seems disrespectful. But I don't know. What do you boys think?
I'm a sucker. I'm part of the public here with the Chargers. I'm taking the Chargers -3. I got them at 2.5 earlier in the week. And for me, it comes down to what Harbaugh football is. Harbaugh football is big defense and let's run the football. And I think the Texans defense, which has been the what's the word? The choke point, the nerve point. I don't know. They're bad. This has been the Achilles heel. There we go. Shout out to Sean Watson. This has been the Achilles heel of this team for the last 2 years. Every time I talk about the Texans, it's wow, CJ Stroud, this offense. But could we please have the Texans defense show up for a game? And so I think the Chargers are just going to run over them, and I think they're going to control the clock. And that's where we're at. I have Chargers -3. Texans put up a good fight. Also, the second or third time in a row the Texans have played a Saturday night game, which that's a weird stat, but that's a stat. Go Chargers.
Yeah, the Texans are a far cry from the playoff team.
Tell Beardo what that is. He looks.
What
so
the fuck
confused.
was that?
This is Shannon Sharp.
Dude, that's what my neighbor was doing on my fucking Ring doorbell this morning.
Shannon Sharp actually went live on his Instagram when he was touching butts, man.
Yeah.
Sorry,
And it was a man too, right?
New sound drop that I like.
Shannon Sharp's gay.
Play.
That's according to CTESPN, I believe.
Yeah.
Most news in sports.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I don't even know what we're talking about. What game are we on?
Chargers.
Houston is a far cry from the playoff team that they were last year. Without Tank Dell and Joe Mixon was a workhorse in the beginning of the year. I don't think this Texas team is confident. CJ Stroud, he's in a little bit of a sophomore slump this year. And the Chargers, they've been playing good football towards the tail end of this season. I do. I'm with AJ. I like the Chargers to go into Houston and win by 3.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Chargers is probably the right side, but there's just some things that have me just.
I feel weird
about too many
this.
stats and trends that have me just worried about this game because it looks fishy. One of them being in the wildcard era, teams that have a strength of schedule. So you go back and you look at the strength of schedule for this season that are 10 slots higher than their opponent. So, like, for example, the Chargers' strength of schedule was something like 27, and the Texans' strength of schedule was 14. So they're like 13 slots ahead of them. Like, if you have a gap that's 10 or more, just blindly betting those over during the wild card era, teams are 32-12 ATS, meaning that team that had the higher strength of schedule, they're covering 32 times and only not covering 12 of those times. So that would apply to the Texans series. So just blindly betting it, following that stat, the Texans would be the right side, and you're catching 3 at home. I mean, that's just where I'm at with that one. And then I got another one on this one. Where is it at? There's something with the total in this game. Sorry. I have this, by the way, you go over to gameon.locals.com, you can get all this info, stats and trends and stuff that I put together for these games, plus my picks. I got to put up the picks for Sunday and Monday yet. I haven't done that yet. Where is it at? There's some crazy thing on the total here that it's like covering. God, where are my stats? I'm moving slow this morning. All right, here it is. Road favorites of 3 or more in the first round of the playoffs has happened 6 times since 2012. The under is 0-6, covering by 10 points per game. You're muted, Cricket.
Just bet the over.
Yeah.
Why? That's not what that stat says.
It said, what did it say? I thought
Road favorites of 3 or more in the first round of the playoffs has happened 6 times since 2012. The under is 0-6, covering by 10 points per game.
So why wouldn't we take the over right there?
If the under is 0-6.
Oh, you're saying the overs do?
The under's
No.
0-6?
So that would mean the over has hit 6 out of 0 times.
That's what you're
6
saying,
and a-
right?
Oh, I wrote that wrong. That's my bad.
Okay, that's why I'm sitting here. I'm like, what am I
Son
what am
of
I
a
saying?
bitch.
I was like, am I speaking Japanese? What is going on?
All right, that was my bad. I wrote that wrong. It's supposed to mean it was supposed to mean basically the under is 6-0, covering by 10 points. Like it's going
Okay,
away.
so you want the under then?
Yeah, I'm my bad.
Okay.
I'm 6 this week, dude. Give me a break.
I'll give you the break. I just want to make sure I was hearing it right. I was about to put all the money on and ladder the over up to like 50 or something, and we're going to score 30 damn points in this game.
Yeah, my bad. No, and I think with these two teams, it makes sense. I mean, I think people are expecting the under in this game as well.
Here you go.
Whoa. There's 4 ugly dudes.
There's
here,
4
all right?
ugly dudes, bro. Get it right.
Come on, look at us.
Good morning,
Look
Captain
at
Chris.
us.
Good to see you, man. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. 2 hot chicks in the thumbnail. It worked.
It always works.
I'm just trying something out. It worked,
Got him.
They were here earlier. They're coming back. They had to do something. I don't know what they said.
He got it right. He got it right.
Correct.
There you go.
That's right. There we go.
Attaboy.
Oh, man.
Appreciate it.
Let's go.
Yep. Shout out.
Let's go. Okay. Crick, what do you think about this game?
Damn thing. It feels. I've been listening to Shannon Sharp have sex for 3 damn days now.
Yesterday.
Randomly. He'll ask me what I think about something. He just starts playing that damn thing. But I think, man, I wanted to take the Chargers. Everything wants me to take the Chargers. I may just wind up staying away from this damn game. I got a couple props I like. I think I like Joe Mixon under 71.5 rushing yards. And I also like John Mechie, 25 plus receiving yards at minus 115 for the take. I think with Tank Dell being out, you're going to have to look for somebody else to make some plays. They're going to try to focus on Nico Collins, taking him away. Dalton Schultz been kind of a shell of his former self this year. So I think being able to shut down the run game some, you have to look at John Mechie, some of the intermediate routes. Maybe he slips behind the defense. Maybe you can take it for any time tutty right there. But I do like him 25 plus receiving yards at minus 115. But as far as deciding this thing, man, I've kind of went back and forth. Seeing the sharp money against the public money and all that on the Texans kind of scares me for taking the Chargers right there. But I think the play's probably just the under in this one, man.
That's what I'm saying. Here's one for our homeboy Captain Kush. Here you go.
You got some tickle bitties and you don't know how to swing? Well, I'm here to help you. Next, you want to tuck your right arm and lay your left arm on top of that mommy milker. Bombs away.
Man,
There they go. Yeah,
everyone's hating on us, man.
there you go, topics. Now you and Captain Kush can go circle jerk with each other.
It's so funny that people actually think that those 2 girls are going to be on this stream.
Yeah.
Damn.
100%.
Anyways.
Topics for gossip like a fucking little girl. Go fuck yourself, you fucking pussy. No, I'll fucking say it. I'll fucking say it. Go fuck yourself.
Get him.
Your mom is in my DMs. I hope that makes you feel better.
Well, then get the fuck out of here then. Okay, see ya.
Yeah, see ya.
See ya. Deuces. Oh, that's
You know who I'm
wonderful.
friends with? Do you know who I'm fucking friends with? Okay, yeah. Fucking get out of here.
Oh, man.
One tweet. One fucking tweet.
That man said your mom's in my DMs. That's right.
Yes, yeah. I should have started off with this actually. Let me. I got some wildcard weekend trends real quick for you. So I told you that one about the strength of schedule gap. It applies to two teams this week, which is Houston and then Green Bay. But I feel like Green Bay's strength of schedule is kind of misleading. I mean, of course, you're going to have a tough strength of schedule when you got two teams in your division that one wins
14 games.
14 games, right?
Yeah.
And it'd be different if they had beat those teams, but they didn't beat those teams. So it's like their strength of schedule, I think, is like 6. And I'm like, I feel like we should knock that down a few pegs, but is what it is. I mean, meanwhile, the Eagles' strength of schedule, they get to play the Cowboys and the Giants in their division. So, of course, theirs is going to be pretty damn low. But you want to fade teams off a loss versus teams off a W. So this would help. This would apply to Pittsburgh, Green Bay, and Buffalo. And the record of that since 2003. If you're off a loss and the team you're playing is off a win, you're 26, 42, and 1 straight up since 2003. Big favorites with no turnovers the last 2 games you want to fade. So that would apply to Baltimore and Buffalo. Record is 49 and 75 if you were to bet on Baltimore and Buffalo, especially since you're laying so many points with both those teams. You want to bet on wild card teams with experience versus those without. So that would apply to Houston, Buffalo, Tampa Bay, and the Rams. If you bet on a team that is going up against a playoff team, so if they were in the playoffs last year and now they're playing against a team that was not in the playoffs last year, 30, 15, and 1. Pretty good stats there. And then bet over in playoff games played indoors. This applies to the Houston Chargers game today and the Minnesota and Rams. Well, I mean, is AZ indoors?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got to read that.
Since
It goes back and forth. It's
2003,
pretty cool.
Yeah, y'all move that thing in and out, don't you?
The roof, the roof moves, and the grass. The grass.
the grass.
goes
They
out
roll the
high.
grass out till it gets like natural sun to grow and stuff, doesn't it?
Oh
Mhm.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
If only we had a football team that was worthy of playing on it, that'd be nice.
Fair enough.
stay hydrated, Will. Don't slip up. I don't slip up. I know what you're talking about. The overs since 2003 is 35 and 18. I still don't like the over in the Chargers game, though. Yeah, this one's tough for me, though. I think I didn't play a side in this one. I did play the under. I did tease the under. And then I think one thing that Houston's missing is what happened to Joe Mixon? When Houston was playing well this year, it was because Joe Mixon was just tearing it up. So I kind of think it's going to be a Mixon day today. I really like it. Some
It
of
don't
my
need to
bets
be a
today-
Mixon day for them to even have a chance in this one because they're not going
That's
to be
what
able
I'm
to spread
saying.
it out.
That's what I'm saying. So some of the bets I placed, I'm on the under. I have Mixon TD, Mixon 2+ TDs because why the hell not? Mixon over 17.5 for half rush yards, Mixon over in the receiving yards game. And then on the other side, I feel like with these running backs, especially in these NFL playoff games, if you're going to bet a running back to score a touchdown, you got to sprinkle a little bit on 2+ tutties. How many times do we see that happen? Hell, look at the playoff games of college football. We had a running back get like 3 of them in both games, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. And then I actually like Stroud under passing yards and under his rush yards. He doesn't rush all that much, but I do think this is going to be a Mixon type of game. So I do think another thing with Stroud under his pass yards is I think these are going to be longer drives. I mean, you have the Chargers who want to just muck it up in a long drive. They want to run themselves too. So I think both guys you can probably go under in their pass yards. But Houston has a sneaky good defense. As bad as they've been playing, their defense is actually still ranked and very high up there.
Is Bosa healthy?
That I don't know.
I believe so. I haven't seen anything about him being out.
And Khalil Mack's healthy too.
Patriot says, why y'all ignoring the facts? LA Chargers is better in every phase. Well, Patriot, that would be the first time ever that a team that was better in every phase of the game lost the damn game.
It's true. Stroud was the second most sacked QB this season, only behind Caleb Williams. And then that's the thing I can't get. Like, I see the value on Houston. I just can't take their side and take those 3 points because I don't know what I'm going to get from that offensive line. It's so inconsistent. You know what I mean? That's the big factor in this game is what's going to happen with that offensive line in this game. Another thing is Chargers defense. Stroud has started 4 games versus a defense allowing under 18 points per game. That's where LA is right now. They have the best points per game defense in the NFL, allowing the fewest amount of points. Houston has averaged just 14 points per game in those matchups, which is another reason why I like the under. So when you play a good defense, you don't put up many points. I mean, it's tough logic to figure out there, but that's where we're at.
I will say real quick, looking at this Texans game a little bit more, I kind of like the Texans if I'm throwing them in a teaser or something like that, get 6 points up, put it at 9, because I see this game being tight pretty much all the way through, unless the Chargers start blowing it up on offense. But that would require Justin Herbert throwing the football. We know Harbaugh's not going to allow that. So I don't know.
Herbert,
points there.
Herbert is 7-1 ATS in his last 8 road games as a road favorite.
What a dog. What a dog.
What do you think, Craig? What were you saying?
No touchdown scores in the game.
Damn.
Ooh.
I could see this game getting out of hand fast.
So I didn't even think about kicker props. I might actually have to go look and see what Dicker the kicker props.
Dicker the kicker. Yeah, where's he at? Where's his line at over under on field goals? I think that
1.5 minus
180.
Yeah. I think the Chargers could jump on Houston early.
Okay.
And it's going to be a long game for Houston to come back.
I
don't know if Houston's built to come back in games like that. I think San Diego, LA could be in control of this game from 14 minutes in the first quarter.
You got both kickers, Cameron Dicker and Kami Fairburn, are over 1.5 at minus 150.
Oh.
But you are getting Cameron Dicker over 2.5 made extra points at plus 120.
Yeah,
so are the Chargers? Yeah, are the Chargers scoring 3 touchdowns?
Maybe, maybe not.
Ooh,
I'm
gonna bet no touchdown score, and I'm gonna hedge out with it by betting Dicker over 2.5 extra points.
No touchdowns at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a little sprinkle on that, and we'll bet Dicker over his extra points. Hedge out of it.
First play of the game is going to be that freaking play that they love to run where Stroud throws that deep post route to Collins.
Nico Collins for 75 yards. Yeah. They run that play better than anybody.
Dude.
They're going to play the Shannon Sharp clip. Got him.
I need to get a clearer audio of that. I like the one without the chick in it, and it's just him grunting.
I'll tell you, that sounds like actual.
If you don't have that kind of energy coming to this stream, you shouldn't even be here.
That sounds like actual footage of Bigfoot.
Derwin James might eliminate any deep threat that Nico Collins could offer today.
I like Derwin James, man.
Dude, Derwin James, man, dude, he's like
that's a football player.
That is a football player, Cricket. That is a 100%. Football player, man. Dude, he feels like the old school Ed Reed, Troy Polamalu type,
like
safeties.
Ronnie Lott or something.
Oh, dude, he just runs headfirst through a brick fucking wall every single fucking play, dude.
He ain't afraid to hit you in the mouth, that's for sure.
No, dude, he's one of those last hard hitting safeties that we have. Derwin James is a fucking gamer, dude.
I agree, sir. I like that guy. I've liked that guy for years.
Oh yeah.
The other game today, the night game, Steelers, Ravens. Ravens laying 10 is crazy. Sharp money on the Ravens. Action Network expert on the Ravens. 57% of the bets, 52% of the money is on the Ravens. What do you guys got in this one?
I'm saying hell with it. I'm taking damn Ravens.
Yeah, the Steelers have been sucking, man. It's been a rough past couple of weeks to end the season for Pittsburgh. And the Ravens, quite the opposite. The Ravens have been powering through the end of the season. So everything says the Ravens. Ravens minus 8.5. Ravens minus 10. I like the Ravens.
I think so too, man. Yeah. You got all the crazy stats where these games play really close and all that stuff, but I feel like it's going to be a different kind of feel today. I feel like Baltimore's going to come out ready to go in this thing, smack these boys in the mouth. You gotta love the Steelers pass rush and all that, but you got to remember, a team's pass rush is a lot worse when the guy on the other side is Lamar Jackson.
Yeah,
it's real tough to get to that cat, man. He's not going to be able to get outside. You got Derrick Henry too. I know they're down. They're going to be down Zay Flowers. You maybe look at Rashad Bateman anytime TD. I think you look at Mark Andrews over on his receiving yards and receptions. I like Derrick Henry over his receptions today. Over 1.5 receptions at plus 175. I think they will try to get some pressure on Lamar. He may have to check down, maybe run some screens or something like that early on. I know they like to use Justice Hill more in that role, but I have seen Derrick Henry catching more balls out of the backfield in the last few weeks than he has traditionally. So over 1.5 at plus 175, I think there's some real value on that one.
It's crazy, though, with Baltimore, because they'll try to beat you with Lamar. They'll try to beat you through the air. And when it's not working, they'll just keep doing it and completely forget that they have Derrick Henry in the backfield. There's sometimes you don't even hear Derrick Henry's name called, and they're just still trying to sling the rock, and it ain't working, and they wind up losing stupid games, and you're just pounding your head. You're like, you got Derrick Henry back there, and they're not doing anything with the guy. And then the next week, Derrick Henry runs for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll lose that stupid game. So the Ravens do some stupid shit with having Derrick Henry back there. So we'll see. I still like the Ravens. 8.5 points, 10 points. That's a lot of points. I think the Steelers cover that. But I still like the Ravens to win.
Oh, go ahead, AJ.
No, go ahead. Go for it, Will. Give me the stat.
I was going to say my favorite bet in this one is the over. Listen to this trend on the over in this game. So the total is set at 43.5, and there's a massive trend to the over. When division opponents meet in the playoffs, and the home team, which is the Ravens, which is the better team because they won the division, right? They're the home team, won the previous matchup. So these guys just played less than 6 weeks ago, and the Ravens won. 12-5 to the over, going over by 7 points per game. And it makes sense because think about it. So you're in division, you're already familiar with each other. You just played a game and the home team won. So the home team's going to run what they just ran. You're, in this case, Pittsburgh. This is your season on the line. You're going to just go for it. You know what I mean? You're not going to be conservative. You're just going to go for it. You're a massive, especially in this one where you're a massive underdog. I think you see the Steelers take a lot more shots. So I feel like everyone's looking at what happened last game, and that's where the odds are being set, and not realizing this is going to be a completely different type of game because of what's on the line. Now, the first half might look like with the last game, but then if the Steelers are down 2 scores, you're going to see them take some chances. You know, they're not just going to keep being conservative and run the ball and trying to move, dink and dunk their way down the field. Doesn't mean they're going to get there, but I mean, it means there's bigger chances for bigger plays, but also that also means bigger plays like turnovers and whatnot. So I like the over in this game, and it's only at 43.5. I think we easily get to the over in this one. I'd rather play that than a side in this personally.
See, Will, I got to completely disagree with everything you just said. I'm loving the under today, man. I think this under is going to smack like like Ray Lewis or something. I don't know. But I don't see it with this Steelers team. I think we've seen the best football out of Russell Wilson when he was fresh in this system, and now everyone's got tape on him, and he looks like Russell Wilson when he was back in Denver. I think that the Steelers are in the same place that that Texas was in yesterday. Do you have the balls to put in your backup when you need to create a spark? Do you have the balls to do that? Texas needed that yesterday. They should have put Arch Manning in after half, but they didn't, and they're not going to the national championship anymore. I think if Tomlin's got a set and he throws in Justin Fields, the over's going to hit and the Steelers are going to cover this one. I just don't think that's Tomlin football. Give me the Ravens minus the 9.5 where I'm seeing it. And I'm taking the under on this, and Derrick Henry anytime touchdown.
Did you just say balls?
That's on me. Sorry.
Don't listen to him, AJ.
Let me counter you with this. There's another trend that favors the over. First round of the playoffs, and the teams have played in the last 6 weeks. The total in the game has gone over from the prior game, 11-1. So 11 out of 12 times it's gone over, and it's going over by an average of 15 points per game, and the average points scored in those games are 64 points.
Have you watched this offense? The Steelers
I'm
offense.
just giving you the trends, man.
You can give me the trends.
You take the info and run with it how you want.
Give me the Bills.
What game are we talking about?
We're talking about the Steelers and the Ravens still, Beardo.
My bad.
It's like give me the
Bill. So with Flowers being out, I predict that Baltimore's going to run more 2 tight end sets. Steelers were going up. That's called 12 personnel, by the way. When the Steelers face 12 personnel, they ranked 24th in EPA this season, which is not good. Why I like likely this week. By the way, once again, you can go over to gameon.locals.com and get all these stats and trends and stuff that I put together. These are just a little bit of, actually, none of these are really my thoughts. I'm just giving you the facts and these ones, and then I'll give you my picks. My picks don't necessarily line up with all the stats and trends, but I give this info to you so you can do with it as you wish. What was I going to say? This is what I'm on. I'm on the over. I do like Baltimore first half -6. They've been just a powerhouse first half team this year, and the Steelers, their MO is they suck in the first half and then they turn it on in the second half. By the way, this is a Diamond Dave play too, and we love Uncle Dave. All right, triple Diamond Dave. I like total field goals under 3.5 in this one. I think these guys are going for tutties, which is another reason why I like the over in this game, but I think they're going for tutties. I like likely to get a touchdown, especially since they're going to be running more 2 tight end sets. Likely to get a touchdown is plus 275, and you got to sprinkle a little bit on 2 tutties at 25 to 1. Why not? You know what I mean? Why the hell not? Who else is he going to throw to? I mean, there's Andrews, I get it, in Bateman, but I feel like likely we'll see. I like Henry first TD, Henry to get a touchdown, Henry to get 2+ touchdowns. I like Harris to get a touchdown, Pickens to get. These are just value because Harris and Pickens are both over 2 to 1 to get a touchdown today. Yes, someone's got to score a touchdown. Yeah.
Oh, you got to take that one.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, if someone's got to score for the Steelers, right? So,
yeah.
And since I'm on the over, you might think there's no way the Steelers are not going to score much today, and that's fine. Then don't take these bets, because if you like the under, I like the over. So if I like the over, someone's got to be scoring for Pittsburgh. Right?
No.
So just a value.
What's Russ on a rushing touchdown today?
Ooh, let me see.
550.
Ooh, that's nice.
Hammer it.
Two or more is 35 to 1.
I like in these playoff games too. I think if you like a player, like hone in, you might be wrong, but if you like a player, hone in on their stats and ladder them. So I like likely. So I laddered his yards out and I laddered his catches out. So I took him from 3 catches to 5 catches. And then I took his yards from 40 up to 40+, 50+, and 60+. I don't really love the 60+ one, but you're getting 4 to 1. You got to sprinkle a little bit on that if you're already betting the 40. You know what I mean? Because how many times do we see one guy just have a career game? Yeah. So if you're right, you're really right. And if you're wrong, no big deal. No big deal. I mean, that happens. But another thing in this game, a stat that I liked, I thought was interesting. Since week 15, the Steelers have been the 3rd lowest on pressure rate in the league. Why is that? Well, that's when TJ Watt got hurt. And then since Watt coming back, he's had 0 sacks, and he's played some of the worst games statistically in his career. So clearly he's not 100%. And if he's not 100% today, the Steelers have 0 shot. So it's one of those things is like, where do you think Watt is at? Because clearly when Watt is on, that defense plays so much better. But he hasn't been on the last few weeks, so I don't know. You would think he'd be healthy by now if he's out there, but
you'd think. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways, like I said, you go over to gameon.locals.com. This is up for free. It's also up on my Twitter or my X, I guess is what it's called now. But yeah, that's what I like. It's Twitter. Because you still call them tweets. You don't call them X's. Hey, come to my X.
Or post. Check out my post on X. Shut the fuck up, bitch. It's a fucking tweet.
Get out of here, Grok. Shove your post up your ass, buddy.
Dude, I will fucking find you and I will fucking wring out your fucking neck. Okay? It's a fucking tweet.
Oh, that's right. Patriot says if I want a top tier burger, I make it myself. Dude, I was so mad. I was so mad. So Beardo, I sent you that text of that chicken I made.
Yeah.
I was Traegering up last night. I made some
teriyaki chicken.
And then I made some wings. And then I text Beardo. I'm like, oh, I'm about to make some handmade burgers. And what I do with my burgers is I throw the ground beef in a bowl. I chop up onions and chop up some green peppers, mix that shit in, it all up and whatnot. And then I can just patty them together, go throw them on the grill. It's delicious. My dumb ass, so I like to sprinkle a little bit of the garlic powder, just a little bit of garlic powder on it. So
Okay.
my dumb ass, with the other seasoning I had, I was thinking it was the garlic powder, which I know has like one of those, like you just twist the cap off and it's like a salt shaker. It's got that.
And you just dumped everything on it.
Oh yes, I did. I was looking at it, I'm like, mother. So I'm like scooping this shit out. I got my wife yelling at me for making a mess everywhere in the kitchen. I'm like, I'm cooking right now, okay?
Hey, listen.
Leave me alone.
If you've never made that mistake before, then you ain't barbecuing.
Dude, I was just pissed though, because I'm like, God, I know these things are about to be salty as hell. But I scooped up a whole bunch out of there, cooked it up, ate one last night, and I was like, a little salty, but we'll get through. We can power through.
Yeah. Actually, Patriot has he has a good point. If you accidentally oversalt your meat, you cook it with some beef tallow. That beef tallow absorbs a lot of the salt out of it.
Good to know. Well, see, my problem was I hadn't mixed them up yet, so I was like, I could have got all the salt out of there and not had it so salty, but then I was going to lose all my peppers and onions. So
you had to redo everything.
So I was like,
yeah, a little bit of sodium, it never hurt you. Just drink some water.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. It's good.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah. You're good. Damn, dude, you make me want to make some burgers today.
Is that what you're doing?
I might need to fire it up.
I might need to make some burgers today, man.
Yeah, have your buddy come over. Your new neighbor.
I could tell he wasn't getting that for a second. He was like, "What, buddy?"
I'm like, what? Dude, I'm seriously like thinking, I'm gonna buy a fucking chain and wrap it around my fucking column I have in my back patio and fucking lock up my new smoker, man. Because, dude,
it'd be hard for him to steal a smoker just wearing socks, though.
Want to bet?
Dude, those fucking crackheads, dude.
That's true. Crackheads do some crazy stuff,
dude. And I live in a nice neighborhood, man. I live in a nice neighborhood, and I'm like, what? Like, there's just this fucking crackhead walking down the street in his fucking socks,
bro,
ringing my doorbell at 8 a.m. to give me dog food for my dog at 8 a.m.
If crackheads got superpowers, bro.
Dude, I don't know what's going on, man. It's like
you're just chaining it up because of the hurricanes. That's
what it is.
Right?
That's what it is. Yeah, I'm just chaining it up just for the wind and the hurricanes, just so it don't fucking blow away.
I'd chain it up so your ass don't steal it, walk around in your damn socks all over the neighborhood. Dude,
8 a.m. on a Saturday, bro, walking over to my house in his socks. No shoes, no slip-ons, AJ, just socks. I have a Ring doorbell. It's 8 a.m. I'm not answering the door. I've got to be on this show. And I'm like, on my Ring doorbell, hey, what's up? Good morning. Hey, man, I just was bringing you some stuff. The new neighbor moved in 2 days ago. Oh, yeah? Well, thanks, man. I'm in bed. I'm still sleeping. Okay, I just brought you over some dog food.
Careful, dude. He might be watching the show. We're kind of a big deal.
That's actually that's what he randomly wandered over yesterday in his socks again, walking through your neighbor's yard and stuff to get to your house just to ask you what kind of dog you had.
Yeah.
And you have a German Shepherd, which is a pretty common breed. You usually know what those are. You don't have to ask most of the time.
Hey, what kind of dog is that? Comes over this morning.
Jalapenos.
I just brought you some dog food. I'm going to take my bag, though. So he's sitting there taking one can, one by one, out of the fucking bag so he can take his fucking Publix bag back to his house.
Bro, now I'm curious if your dog looks like malnourished or something.
I was going to say,
no. No, she's well fed.
That food, dude.
Hey, by the way, good morning.
No, absolutely not.
Good morning. Gonna lurk for a bit. Well, good to have you here, Mini Bob.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. I'm sure that there's nothing wrong with that food. Ain't no way in hell I'm giving that to my dog. Just in case. Just in case.
That might have meth in it, bro. OG
Dude.
Double says, should have told him you law enforcement. You've been on job task force unit. There you go, man.
Stolen valor.
Dude,
Yeah,
that reminds me of. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna pretend like I'm a fucking cop. Like, nah, dude. I mean, like, I understand doing it to just, make a statement or try to set the standard or whatever. But I've had family in law enforcement in the military. I'm not gonna fucking fake that I'm a police officer or anything. That's stolen valor, man.
That reminds me, I watched that episode, the second to last one that's out so far of Landman last night, where they just bring in the National Guard to train on their land, but really it's so they can deter the cartel from doing like messing with them and stuff like that. And I was just like, yeah, it was a really good episode. Have you guys been watching that, Landman? I know, Cricket, you're gonna catch up on it.
I haven't seen it yet. I've
heard good things about it. I haven't watched it yet.
Freaking great. We're gonna watch the last episode tonight because the finale is tomorrow. So it's just it's good. Just like it reminds me of like a good TV show from back in the day, right? Nothing. It's not like 100% believable and stuff like that. You know, some things are exaggerated, but it's just a good show.
I believe everything in the world these days. I think anything can happen.
Anything can happen, dude. Cricket
can happen, bro.
Cricket, your new neighbor could come to your door just in his socks and drop off dog food.
100%, dude. That's what I'm saying.
What if you answer your ring?
The world?
What if you answer your Ring doorbell and you hear this?
Now I'm calling the cops, dude. And the thing is, I want to.
What if you turn on your Ring doorbell and they hear that?
Yeah, dude, shut up, dude. Okay, dude, he comes back. I'm going to my Ring doorbell. I'm going.
Just grunt like Bigfoot, bro.
No, dude, just go to the Shannon Sharp thing and just play that. Just let him, let Unc take care of it.
You need a bunch of those like signs that say under video surveillance. You don't actually need the cameras. You just need the signs that say under video surveillance.
Cricket. I have a sign on my door that says, "Do not knock or ring the doorbell. If you have a package, leave it at the door."
You know that man can't read.
And this motherfucker still rang my fucking Ring doorbell, bro.
Crick went there. I do have that sign. I have that sign.
Yeah,
don't fucking ring or knock on the door. If you have a package, leave it.
Well, since we're gonna get canceled, I want to just let everyone know we did just reach over 2,000 followers on YouTube. By the way,
let's go. Let's go.
Probably, short-lived, but
it's been a fun ride.
Thank you. Oh man,
sorry, Will.
Canceled though. It's okay.
My bad, Will. No, we're good.
Crick just comes out and goes, "You know that man can't read." I'm like,
well, I'll save your channel. I can't read either, okay? So there you go.
And if you want proof, just go watch any of his streams on
YouTube. Yeah. Go watch any Geeks and Gamers stream. You guys will find out that I can't fucking read.
It's not against the law to tell people they're a dumbass.
That's true. That's true.
All right, let's get back on track, boys.
All right, I got the Bills.
There it is, Bills.
I got the Bills too.
Yeah.
I feel like this line's too high, bro. I've told you all that all week long. I feel like the line should be lower than this. It'd be about 4.5 or 5 or something like that in favor of Buffalo. With it being all the way up through 7 like that at 8.5, I think the Bills about to blow the doors off in this one.
What's the weather like?
Probably cold as shit.
Snowy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's tomorrow too. Let's see what the AccuWeather forecast says for tomorrow.
Someone, I got the stat to read off to you. Can someone pull up the current number for Josh Allen rush yards?
I got
I've been waiting to bet this one because I think it's going to keep going up. Because listen to this. So the Broncos have the 4th highest blitz rate in the league. Josh Allen's really good against the blitz with 16 touchdowns and only 1 interception this season. And in his playoff career, Josh Allen averages 6.8 yards per rush and averages 56 yards per game. When I looked at this the other day, his over-under was only at 43. So my thought was, that's fishy. Why is it lower? And then I think the public's going to look at this and hear that stat and say, he averages 56, 43. Josh is going to get that. It's a playoff game. And they're going to hammer this over. So I'm waiting until game day, maybe an hour before kickoff, to bet the under on this one, because I think it's going to go up. What's it at currently, Cricket?
42.5.
Yeah, see, that feels too low. I feel like we're going to get to 48. I feel like it's going to get – I'm going to go under. Here's why I'm going to go under. I'm going to go under because Josh Allen, yes, he does run really well in playoff games. If you go back and look, though, it's only when it's like competitive games, like against good teams. Against bad teams, he goes under his rush yards. Makes sense. If you're up in the second half, if you're a double-digit favorite and you're leading by 2 scores and you're up in the second – Josh ain't trying to go out there and run. Doesn't have to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. True.
But it does make me nervous. The Broncos blitz a lot, so it gives them more opportunity to scramble around out there.
That pocket,
yeah.
But he could also just scramble out of the pocket and find someone downfield. So
I like Josh Allen and Bo Nix both for a rushing touchdown.
Ooh, that'd be a sweet little parlay.
spicy.
Ooh, you know what would be good anti-correlated parlay, Crick? Josh Allen to get a rushing touchdown, but go under his rush yards.
That'd be really good.
Let's see.
Right?
What that
I think it can happen.
Yeah, that could definitely happen.
You said it was sitting at 43.5, correct?
42.5.
42.5.
I think if you want to bet the under, you wait. You guys agree with that? You wait because I feel like the public's going to come in tomorrow and just hammer it.
You can the Josh Allen anytime TD, but him to go under his rushing yards is plus 335.
That's not bad.
Not bad.
What's
at
his
all.
anytime TD then? It's got to be like minus
115 or something.
Gee,
Yeah.
Minus 125.
Jeez, that is. I mean,
Well,
it
you
makes
know,
sense.
anytime they get inside the damn 10-yard line, you know, they're looking for him. And you have also the factor of pass interference happening in the end zone and putting it on the 1-yard line and all that
You know,
stuff.
if it's on the
And
one, Josh is jumping over that
you
line.
know that's a tush push or tush fly or whatever.
You don't
you
even need to
call it,
tush
man.
push that boy. He's just good.
Yeah, exactly. He's just going to get in there, man. It's a touchdown is what it is.
You know who's actually really good at that? Trevor Lawrence is
Yeah.
really good at jumping up and putting that ball across.
He is weirdly good at that.
Because he's
about the only thing he's good at,
awkwardly
but
long and whatnot, so he just kind of
Yeah.
his goofy ass just jumps up there.
about the only thing he's good at. But yeah,
No, he takes care of his hair. He
does
he's
have
really
some pretty
good
hair.
at
He does
his
have
hair
nice hair.
hygiene.
That's
I
fair.
mean,
I can't believe Head and Shoulders hadn't talked to him yet.
right? Doesn't I feel like maybe if he threw a couple more touchdowns, they'd give him a call. But I feel like you got to
Probably.
be on that Troy Polamalu.
That's what I started to say. Is that we
Patrick
can't go
Mahomes
from Troy
level.
Polamalu to Trevor Lawrence. I
Yeah,
understand that. That's fair.
they're still stroking Patrick Mahomes for that Head and Shoulders.
Yeah. They won't
Overall,
have
rookie
so bad.
QBs are 5-12 straight up in the playoffs since 2010. But recently, they've been doing a little bit better. They've gone 2-2 with C.J. Stroud and Brock Purdy in recent years.
Since 2010.
Yeah.
Username likes James Cook for 2+ tutties.
Oh, that's not a bad bet.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be cold and snowy. AccuWeather only has Friday and Saturday right now. I couldn't get a Sunday reading. I'm sure it's gonna be cold.
It's cold as shit. It's Buffalo, damn New York in
Yeah.
January. It's
It's
cold as
gonna
shit.
be in the teens to 20 degrees up there.
Yeah.
Oh, and it'll be snowing. Give
Yeah,
me
that-
all
yeah.
The
that,
high,
baby.
the high is not above freezing. I can promise you that.
Mm-hmm.
In his coaching career, Sean Payton is 7-10 ATS in the playoffs. He is 3-9 ATS as a favorite, but 4-1 ATS as an underdog.
Ooh, Patriot likes Amari Cooper anytime, TD. That'll get you, let's see, what is that paid?
Amari Cooper was on the Bills, to be honest.
Damn, he's plus 370.
Yeah, he hasn't done much lately. I don't know if he was
I think
injured or
everyone
whatnot.
forgot he was on the Bills.
I think he caught one last week.
At
Yeah.
home as a favorite of a touchdown or more, Josh Allen is 13-9-2 ATS.
We're on the right side of it. Barely.
Barely.
As a favorite of 7.5 points or more, Josh Allen is 23-1 straight up in his career. His only loss coming to the Broncos and Russell Wilson last season.
That sounds fishy.
Which
I love that.
had Sean Payton on there, so I know it's not Russell Wilson there, but it is Sean Payton. So I don't know, man.
I don't know. I think the defense is, gotten so much praise and everything. This is going to be the game they crack, and it's going to be under the pressure of Josh Allen and this Bills just throwing the ball around in
Broncos
shitty
defense, you
weather.
mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. My bad. But yeah, no, I think they've been overhyped to this point. Yes, they've been playing very good. Yes, the stats are behind them, but I just think it's a little blown out of proportion, and they're really gonna earn or not get their flowers this week.
Who,
What do you
Denver?
think?
Yeah,
Denver? I think Josh Allen throws a pick.
Oh,
I think Bo Nix is definitely throwing two.
what
Bo
do you guys
Nix
think
in a
about the
playoff game.
Total is weird. It's at 47.5. I naturally want to look at the under, but then again, I'm like, well, I know Buffalo's going to get 31 points, so it's like
Yeah.
at least. So that makes me nervous for the under. I don't know. I'm staying away from it, but I didn't know if any of you boys have an opinion on the total here.
I'm leaning on the over, actually, because I've been burned in so many snow games taking the under because of shitty weather. They don't want to run the ball or throw the ball, and I always get screwed on it because they go way, way over. And so I think that's a very low line for these two teams. I think that's low for any Bills game. And so I'm leaning on the over. I'm going to wait for the final wind report because if it's swirling in there, I mean, the kicks, there's going to be no kicks, and then I'm going with the under there. But I don't know, man. Over in snow games seems to be a thing.
No, it is, bro. I'm telling you, we've been talking about that for 2 years now. In snow games, dudes don't want to hit, bro. They don't want to
No,
wrap up. They
no.
don't want to tackle. You see a lot of busted, broken runs that wind up going for 60 and 70 damn yards because guys ain't wrapping up. And after you do that shit for 2.5, 3 hours in 10-degree weather, you ain't want to hit no damn body. I think the over is definitely a thing in snow games, bro, as long as the wind isn't out of control.
Yeah.
No damn buddy, he says.
You don't. I don't want to hit them fools when it's 80 outside. I promise you just don't want to hit it. They don't want to hit it when it's 10 degrees.
That's funny. All right, so we like the Bills in that one. Okay. Packers, Eagles.
Very interesting game.
Everyone, I don't know about you guys, but when I hear people talk about this was a rematch from week 1 of the season, they always talk about this game. They leave out the Commanders and Bucks like they didn't play in the same exact situation. I'm like, why don't you guys say it for this one? Everything I've read, no one brings it up here. They always
played down in Brazil.
Still,
yeah, it was prime
this
time.
one's the same exact. It's like Commanders went to the Bucks week 1.
I agree.
Got
I agree with you.
shellacked.
Yeah.
But yeah, Packers, Eagles. Where are you guys at?
I like the Packers, man. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I'm just kind of I'm on the Packers in this thing. I think I'm gonna die on this hill. Lions moved out. I see he's showing 4.5 right there. I see he's moved out to 5.5 over here on DraftKings. So it does scare me a little bit right there. But Eagles, I still am just not sold on this Eagles team, man. I think it's been a great season for Saquon, all that stuff. I'm still kind of mad they didn't go for that damn record because he could have got it with less carries than Eric Dickerson actually had. It'd be different if it's going to be 100 more carries or some shit, and then they're going to talk about the game. But the fact you can get it with less carries kind of pisses me off you didn't go for it. But that's all beside the point. So maybe I'm just betting with the Packers with my heart here, maybe more than my head.
I think you're on the right track, Rickett. I mean, this Eagles team reminds me so much of the Cowboys last year, regular season warriors and then chokers in the playoffs. And I mean, I've been waiting for the downfall of the Eagles because the defense is fine. It's nothing to write home about. The offense is Saquon Barkley. So if the Packers can find a way to stop him, I mean, you got to make Jalen Hurts throw down the field, and we know how that goes. Jordan Love plays incredible. He played incredible during Toyotathon, and I think he's going to continue that into playoffs. The loss of Christian Watson is going to be a big thing. I do like Josh Jacobs for 2 touchdowns and probably sprinkling a Romeo Doubs touchdown as well. And maybe a Musgrave too, just so I have a little bit of coverage. But no, I think this line is way too high. If the Eagles do win this game, it'll be a last-second field goal. I'm liking Green Bay plus that 5. Leaning on the under, though. I am leaning on the under. I don't know why. I'm just feeling a lot of unders this week.
Probably cold up there too, man.
Shit. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I just drove through all that shit. It's miserable up that way. What do you think, Beardo?
Oof.
Both these teams find interesting ways to lose games.
It's true.
Ain't that true?
They both do. They both love to lose games in interesting fashion. And Jordan Love is an interception machine. He's due for a pick at any moment, any time, any Green Bay offensive drive. He is due for a pick. That's just how it is. That's been his career with Green Bay so far, especially this season. But then the Eagles fall flat sometimes too on game-winning drives. It would be a game-winning drive, and you get a drop from Saquon, you get a drop from Devonta Smith, you get a drop from AJ Brown. So I like the Eagles. I think the Eagles are more explosive on offense. I think they have a more stacked defense as well. It's going to be cold up there. They're going to have the home environment as well. I think this is going to be a really good game. The Eagles were embarrassed in Tampa Bay last year in the playoffs. They don't want a repeat of that. Plus, with the addition of Saquon Barkley, I like the Eagles. I like the Eagles, man. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think about the spread here. I like the pack. 3.5. What's ESPN have it at?
It's 5.5 on draft.
Oh, it's 5. It's 5. Okay, it's 5. Yeah, I like the Packers to cover that though. Eagles to win, but the Packers cover.
I'm sorry, timeout. Did you just ask what ESPN Bet had the line at? Do you use that sports book?
No, ESPN website.
Oh, my bad. I was about to say I've never heard anyone ask
the same
what
one.
ESPN Bet line was.
No. No, I see the 3.5 right there, and then I see the 5.5, and I'm like, which one is? So I just went to ESPN to see what the updated one was. But yeah, it's at ESPN has it at 5. But anyways, I think Green Bay covers, but I like the Eagles, man.
I got concerns for both these teams. One with the Packers is Jordan Love, and they're not going to put him out there if he can't play. But he had that injury at the end of the game last week. Apparently, rumors are he's had trouble gripping the ball, and they wouldn't let the media will watch him throw balls this week at practice. It's probably nothing, but it still is kind of concerning, you know. And then obviously Jalen Hurts coming out of concussion protocol. What's he going to be like? AJ Brown didn't practice on Thursday. Might have just been a natural rest day, but still a lot of weird things in this one. I will say this though. Hurts has played 3 playoff games in his career, either at a neutral site or at home. And in those games, Philly has scored 35, 31, and 38 points. Their current team total is at 24.5. Kind of makes me want to look towards the over on Philly team total. I don't know. But this Packers defense is kind of sputtered down the stretch here. But then again, I mean, they weren't really trying against the Bears too hard last week. This is a playoff game. You probably expect the Packers to clamp down a little bit harder on defense. It's going to be weird. I am not committed to that team total over, but I do lean towards the Eagles in this one. I haven't really picked a side yet.
How about this?
Yeah.
First half tie, 10-10 going to halftime.
You're speaking straight to Patriots.
I love that.
He loves that. Patriot loves the first half ties.
I could totally see that for this game.
Oh, for sure. Couple rushing touchdowns, field goal. Yeah, I like it.
You had tush push and a field goal.
Username says, "Will dip your balls in the cold plunge."
What?
I'm not getting in the cold plunge for a couple more days. Okay. Oh man, I'm already miserable enough. Couldn't imagine. It's been snow. It's been below freezing, so I can't imagine.
Oh, Will.
Now's the time.
All right. I know you're a pharmacist. I'm not recommending any pills or nothing.
Okay.
There's this bodybuilder I follow.
Uh-huh.
He says whenever he has a cold, he fasts for 24 hours, doesn't eat jack shit for 24 hours. Cold goes away like that.
I could see that, actually. I could see that. That makes a lot of sense.
Yep. Just water.
I just like
water.
Light too much to do that, though.
Yeah.
No, but it doesn't make sense. Like your body, I mean, fasting in general is good for your body, cleaning shit out. But yeah, that would make sense to me. I should probably try that. I could lose a couple pounds, but
yeah, but I like food too much too.
And you just got a new rec deck, so yeah.
I'm gonna be smoking something up today.
Yeah,
better believe it.
Yeah, this one's tough. I don't know about this Packers Eagles one. I might just sit back and watch it, but I'm gonna try to find an angle to get at this. It's just there's so much unknowns. If anything, I kind of like Jalen Hurts under his stuff coming off that concussion protocol. We've seen some guy. You know what? I might even look at his rush yards, and if it's lower than his like season average, I might bet the over, because you're gonna have everyone and their mother saying Jalen Hurts just got a concussion. He's not gonna try to run. But then it's like these guys are football players. They don't care. They don't care. I mean, look at Tua. That guy's like one hit away from being out of the league, and he still is running out there. So
yeah,
if the number's right, I might look at Jalen Hurts over his rush yards.
I think the Eagles are overselling this Jalen Hurts concussion thing. He's been out for 2 weeks. Okay. We seen Josh Allen get concussed in the middle of a game, shakes his head, and then he's able to fucking tell the referee or the trainers or whatever what date it is, and they're like, okay, he's able to go. It's only Tua's fucking dumbass that fucking can't remember anything, and then they're like, all right, well, go to the blue tent.
A little bit bigger than Jalen Hurts.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. But no, I think the Eagles are overplaying this concussion thing. It's been 2 weeks. Jalen Hurts is going to be just fine. I'm not buying into the whole, well, he just got cleared off a concussion protocol. Fuck all that noise. He's going to be perfectly fine.
You heard it here first, folks. Jalen Hurts 4+ touchdowns. All right, Crick. Commanders at your Bucks. What are you thinking about this one?
I feel good about my Bucks, man. I trusted in Baker in this spot. We got some guys getting back healthy. Antoine Winfield Jr. Is going to be coming back in this one, playing this. So that's a big deal for our defense, man. That guy's a difference maker on the defensive side of the ball. He's a leader in the locker room, makes big time plays when they need to be made. So having that guy back is a big deal for me right here. And I'm just trusting in Baker, man. You got Jaden Daniels. His first NFL career start was down in Tampa, where we put it on him down there. Put it on him down there early in the year, first week of the season. Now his first playoffs are going to be back down in Tampa. I'm sure they'll have a much better game plan. They're not trying to run him, design runs near as much as they were early on in the season. I think they know you got to kind of add to that shelf life a little bit. Not let that guy get popped all over the place, man. But I like the Bucs in this spot, man. Seeing it not move below the key number of 3. It opened at 3.5. It's moved down to 3, but I haven't seen it get to 2.5. You still got to lay the -115 on the -3. So it's still basically between 3 and 3.5 right there. I like Tampa Bay in this spot, man, at home. I do.
Okay.
I like Tampa too. I like Tampa. I like the
Running the
-3.
Tampa too?
I like Tampa.
Running the
too,
Tampa too.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Hell of a
There you
play.
go.
Hell of a
Running
play.
Tampa too. Yeah.
Well done.
I like Tampa as well. -3, but Will Cricket. What's been one of my favorite prop bets all year?
Zach
And
Ertz,
almost,
baby,
and
anytime
almost
TD.
every time it hits, except for one time. Zach
Beardo.
Ertz.
Did you
But-
see that parlay that guy cashed out a couple weeks ago where he had 3 2+ TD scores parlayed together? He had like $15 on it to win $68K or something. After the first 2 hit in the morning games, he cashed it out for like $590. But his last leg was Zach Ertz 2+ TDs, and it was the week Zach Ertz caught his second TD to win that game in overtime. And dude would have made $68,000. He cashed it out for $590.
See, if he were watching Game On, he wouldn't have fucking done that. He
100%.
wouldn't have done that. He'd know that tomorrow, Zach Ertz is scoring a touchdown. Okay, receiving
At least
touchdown.
wait for Zach Ertz to get his first touchdown in that game.
I
and then
mean, come
consider
on,
cashing out,
dude.
You know,
In dude's defense, he didn't get his first touchdown until about midway through the third quarter. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have cashed.
But I like Zach Ertz anytime touchdown tomorrow. Bucks win and they cover that -3.
rookies have lost 7 straight road playoff games. Do you guys know who the last rookie to win a playoff game was?
Last rookie to win a playoff game. Hold on. I
On the
probably
road,
know.
right?
playoff
On the
game.
road.
On the road, yes.
Last rookie to win a playoff game on the road.
Damn,
road.
Andrew Luck.
Nope.
Damn, that's my guess.
RG3.
Nope.
Cam Newton.
Nope.
No, it
Tell
wasn't
us who it
Cam.
is.
No. I got this.
Oh, you
I
got
got
another
this.
guess?
I
The
got
dude's
this.
playing today. That's your hint.
Quarterback.
Yeah.
Oh, Lamar.
Quarterback.
No.
Just her.
No.
No.
Stroud.
Hold on. I got this. Oh yeah. No, not Stroud. No, Stroud won at home against Cleveland
Baker.
last year.
Oh,
Hey,
you
Shit,
sure.
playing today it was
You
Russ.
say he's playing today?
Yeah, it was Russ.
It was Russ.
Russ
Okay.
Yeah, his rookie
Okay.
season.
We was running out of options. We had to get.
Oh,
it
I
sooner
should have
or later.
fucking known. Weren't Russ and RG3? They were both a rookie the same year, huh? And Russ
No,
went
that
into
was Andrew
Washington.
Luck. Wasn't that or was he in that same one? Was
No,
I think Russ-
was
Andrew
before
Luck and RG3 were together. I'm pretty
Russ
sure.
was the year before.
Russ might have been
Russ
the same
was-
year. He was a 3rd round pick. So he might
Yeah, Russ. Yeah, I think Russ was the same year as Andrew Luck and RG3. He was just a 3rd round pick. I believe so.
That sounds right. They were drafted. It was the 2012 and 13 season, so it would have been the 2012 draft. That sounds right.
Yeah. I think Russ was in that same draft.
What's up?
The Commanders have
Meatball?
not won a playoff game in 19 years. By the way,
Because is that when
Jeez.
Seattle went to Washington, and that's when RG3 blew out his knee, and Seattle won.
Yeah.
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 Meatball said, I looked around a little bit for the games. Game day forecast for the Bills going to be lower 30s, wind chill upper 20s, with their own, let's see, wind 10 mile an hour wind gusts, I guess, 10 to 20 there. No snow, cloudy. So just nasty. Buffalo in January.
Gross.
It's crazy that the Commanders haven't won a playoff game in 19 years, considering the fact they've only been the Commanders for like a couple of years now.
Right? They ain't never won a playoff game. The Redskins won that last one.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That was crazy.
I saw some stat that the Buccaneers have the opportunity to be the only team that has beaten the Redskins, the football team, and the Commanders in the playoffs as all an iteration of all 3 teams.
What a great stat, AJ. I love that.
I love it too.
I'm going to get me a shirt.
Get you a shirt.
Yeah.
It
What do
says,
you guys-
yeah. Oh, dude, cross off Redskins, cross off football team, cross
Even
off
they
Commanders.
cross
and then
off the
just box.
Commanders.
Let's
That's right.
go. I
What-
love it.
What do you
that
guys?
shirt.
How much stock do you guys put into some of these stats of like these, like for example, the night game stuff? How there's always a Kirk Cousins outside of the 1 o'clock or Kirk Cousins prime time. Mayfield is 1-9 straight up in his last 10 night games. It's like,
Ugh.
is that random chance or is that just kind of like there's got to be something 1-9? You know, what
I feel like
There's
once
gotta be
we hit
something to it.
wild card, wild card weekend, you can kind of just throw those stats clear out the window.
Okay.
Playoff football. I always have an issue with this. I always tried, like last year, I tried to go with the stats and everything and got murdered in playoffs last year. And so it's playoff football. Shit's going to happen. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm with
That's where I
AJ.
stand.
I'm with AJ. Playoff football is a completely different animal.
That's true.
I think you throw out all those regular season stats out the window.
In Baker, we trust.
In Baker, we trust. Let Baker cook, bro.
That's right.
Tampa
what up,
Bay
Amish? How you
Baker.
doing? He says, go Irish. Fuck Ohio. That is all. All right.
Fair statement.
That's right.
All right. Okay, we got anything else on this game? Did
Zach
you see
Ertz
that
anytime
Ron
touchdown.
DeSantis yesterday declared Mike Evans Day in Florida?
Did he really?
Love that.
Yeah. Mike
We love
Evans,
Mike.
2 touchdowns.
Why yesterday?
I don't know.
Why yesterday?
Because of his historic accomplishment or something like that. I don't know why.
He got his own day. It doesn't matter.
Why wouldn't have
Did you hear
been?
that?
Hold on. What was last Sunday? January 4th should have been official Mike Evans Day going forward
I agree.
because of that
I'm gonna try to
record.
find the thing real quick, but I just saw this. You see ESPN? They're giving us a chance. Us Cougs, we got a 7.8% chance to beat the Zags today.
You're going to get beat by 30.
You're
What's that
giving us a
spread?
chance.
18. Take the Zags.
Yeah, take the Zags. I'll line it up.
Dude,
All
I'll
right,
tell you, dude. Being at that stadium when Mike Evans did that, bro, dude. Everyone around me, it's like 34 seconds left, up by 8. It's such a Todd Bowles thing to do to just
kneel it out.
to just kneel it out.
Yeah.
just
And
kneel
they
it
didn't.
out.
I think
And they
Baker said,
didn't
"Fuck you."
do it, dude. They didn't do it. And dude, fucking madness, dude. Madness when he got that record.
Because he had to catch it and he had to break up field for a couple yards
Yeah.
to get it, man. But he didn't catch it for the record. Like he caught it and had to make a
Right.
move on dude and get up field for like 5 or 6 yards to get the record. That
Right.
was a sweet play, and I loved seeing them do that.
It was great. It was great. And then hearing Baker talk about it after, about the play call and everything, dude. But just being there in person,
Oh, I
Dude.
bet that was awesome, bro.
it
I got
was
cold chills thinking about it.
it was a different experience, man. It was so fucking cool.
Let's go. I love that.
Yeah,
We
could
love
you
it.
imagine being at that game?
I could.
That's except Beardo knows. He took pictures with Tom Brady and everything, man.
I got a picture with Brady. Yeah.
Nice.
How jealous are you, Will?
Hey, it was about 20 yards away, but I still managed.
Yeah.
He got closer than I did to him when I saw him in Foxborough.
You wanna sniff Beardo's phone?
He went up. He sent me a picture of Brady's jersey or something like that. And I'm like, oh god, what's that? I bet that smells so good.
Yeah, he's like, I bet that smells like winning.
Oh god.
Yeah, at halftime, I went to the team store because I was just wearing like just a plain black tee, nothing on it, just plain black tee and a Bucks hat because I'm collecting some hats. So I wore a Bucks hat to the game.
Love that.
And to get into that private party, to the pirate ship party, you had to wear Bucks gear or else you weren't allowed in.
That sounds like it's the way it should be.
So
Yeah.
I got lucky at the fact that I had a Bucks hat.
I'm
So-
sure if you showed up like this, they would have let you in.
100%. 100%.
But yeah, dude, at halftime, I went to one of the team stores and I was looking at the shirts. I'm like, I'm going to buy myself a Buck shirt. Fuck it. I'm going to buy myself a shirt. And I was looking at the shirts. I was looking at the jerseys. I looked at the Brady jersey. I took a picture of it. I sent it to Will. Like $200. Not even for not even a stitched jersey. It's not authentic. Not stitched. It's just
Oh, they want
iron.
$200 for a non-authentic one?
Yeah, $200 for like a ironed on
I have a
numbers and
same
letters.
jersey.
If I'm
I have
giving
the
you
real
$200,
one.
I need all the sewn on.
I want the real one that's stitched and
I want
everything.
the one that Baker wore out on the field.
Yeah. So it's $200 for the just the plain, cheap jersey. $200 at the stadium, and then I looked at the Bucks shirt and it was $40. I'm like, I think I'll go with the T-shirt.
Yeah, absolutely. Bro. It's not even like your team. Like you're a Giants fan, everybody knows
Yeah,
that. You like the Bucks and stuff too, but like it's not even your team. I ain't buying a $200
No,
jersey. That
no.
ain't even real, man.
Yeah, no.
Well,
I'll
it
just take
was
the
this one
T-shirt.
that you sent me, right?
Yeah, that exact jersey. But is that stitched?
Oh yeah, it's the real deal.
Yeah. Well, that's not the one I sent you.
Oh, well,
The one
shit.
$200 for that other one too.
Yeah. That one would have been about $300-$400 at the stadium.
Oh, for sure.
That's how they get you, man.
$350 price tag for sure.
That's how
Yeah.
they get you. Have you guys seen, before we get to this last game, have you guys seen Gruden, just the crazy stuff he's been doing with Barstool? That man is living his best life.
It's been awesome.
We
Dude,
love it.
I love the nicey videos.
Dude,
Yeah.
This is them doing like a little just bar hopping around with the boys up in Chicago this weekend.
3 Malorts, 3 Old Styles, and 3 Miller Lights, please. Okay. Thank you. Chicago hug, right?
It's a Chicago hug.
Gruden just looked at him like, damn, we're about to get trashed.
The next bar that they went to, they took a picture outside and you could tell Gruden was a little buzzed.
He's already got the little glass over his eyes and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, shh.
Is Gruden coaching next year?
I wouldn't coach
No.
shit if I was him. I'd be doing this same shit every single week. There ain't no way.
He's living his best life,
You
man.
couldn't pay me
Yeah,
enough
yeah.
to go back and coach damn football. Having to worry about who I send my emails to and shit.
Yeah, dude. He's just been done so dirty. Like almost every time he's been a head coach, he's just been done wrong too many times, man.
And I love John Gruden.
Dude, I love John Gruden, man.
Absolutely.
You know who John Gruden
I'll tell
loves?
him if I was him, I'd tell him all them teams called me. I'd
Cricket.
take him and I'd let him start talking, and I'd just hang up on him about midway through their pitch.
John Gruden, he's a football coach.
Absolutely.
He is a football coach, man.
That's a football coach.
Thanks. Give me this, man. New York Mets. Starting rotation the year they won the World Series, the last World Series, the amazing Mets.
Gooden, Bobby Ojeda, Ron Darling, Sid Fernandez, and Rick Aguilera.
That's awesome, man.
That is awesome, bro.
Dude, he is so autistic out of his mind, dude. Frank the Tank is just so autistic. I love it, dude.
He didn't even sit and think about that. He just started rattling names off.
Yeah. I mean, I could tell you the 0-2 I could tell you the 0-2 Angels infield lineup.
Okay.
Want me to do it?
Lay it on me, yeah.
Okay. Benji Molina was the catcher. Scott Spezio was first base. Second base was Adam Kennedy. Shortstop was David Eckstein. Third base was Troy Gloss. In left field, you have Garrett Anderson. Tim Salmon was in center field, and you have Darren Erstad in left field. Darren Erstad won the game-winning catch in Game 7.
You could have made up names, and I would have said, "Oh
no." He said Troy Gloss, David Eckstein, bro.
Yep.
Those are some legends
There you go.
right there, bro. Let's go, Tim Salmon. Holy cow!
Tim Salmon in center field, and then Jared Washburn was our ace, and our closer was Francisco Rodriguez, K-Rod.
K-Rod, yes. Okay.
Yep.
Damn, Beardo. You might be autistic. We love that, bro. That's
Vikings Rams neutral site in Arizona. This line is flipped because it is a neutral site game. The Vikings are now favored by 2. Sharp money on the Vikings here. 52% of the bets, 52% of the money is on the Rams. Gotta be honest, I'm kind of going back and forth on this. I was originally going to take the Rams, but now I'm just sitting here.
I'm back on the
I
Vikings.
don't know. What do you guys
This
got?
one's tough. This one's tough. You got to remember, the Vikings lost 3 games this year. 2 to the Lions, and their only other loss was to the Rams.
Which was the same exact scenario where they had played the Lions the week before, lost, and then
Correct.
they came down. It's
Correct.
not in LA now, but they came down, played the Rams, and lost. So,
Yep.
The Vikings played so bad last week, bro. They got smacked in the mouth in that damn game that was supposed to mean everything for them. Most important game of the season up to this point. They got smacked in the damn mouth. I seen that line move down. It was scary when it was -2.5 and all the money was coming on the Vikings. They moved the line down to -1.5. But now they've corrected it back. When they moved that thing all the way back up to -3, it's -102. So it's still sitting between -2.5 and -3. But the -3 right there for the Vikings I do feel like this is the better football team in Minnesota right here. I know the Rams got an extra week to get everybody healthy and all that stuff, but I just don't feel like, they're one injury away, one key injury away to one of those big spots to being a really bad football team, in my opinion. I like the defensive front for the Rams, but I think that they will be schemed up for the Vikings. If they haven't played so bad last week, I look for a bounce back spot for Minnesota, man. I really do.
It would be such a Vikings thing to do to go 14-3
And lose the first round.
bounce out first round of the playoffs.
Oh, it'd be
You're
great.
right about that, Beardo. You're right about that.
They wear the they wear the color purple for a reason. That's all I'm gonna say. And honestly, after seeing Sam Darnold just absolutely seeing ghosts last week, just reverting back to how he used to play football, a lot of concerns there. Not to mention the fact that this Rams defense has just gotten better throughout the season, and everyone wants to praise Brian Flores for this Vikings defense and how great it's been. It's been great against rookie and unexperienced quarterbacks. When it's going up against a veteran, someone like a Matthew Stafford who knows what he's doing, it's not been pretty. Not to mention they're coming off of a Lions game again, going to Arizona. This is Rams money line all day long. I haven't thought twice about it. It is all the Rams all the way. And this defense they're going to have to pick. Do you want to stop Puka Nacua? Do you want to stop Cooper Kupp? Do you want to stop Kyron Williams? Or do you want to stop Matthew Stafford? You can't do it all. And so I think they're going to have a lot of issues. Sam Darnold for an interception. And under on completions, I haven't seen I think his completions are sitting around 26, 27. I love the under. I think he completes a total of 23 passes.
Oh, exact number.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of faith in him in this one.
Okay.
I got a sneaky player prop for you guys for this game.
Mm.
There's 2 ways you can get at it. Jalen Naylor yards.
Over.
So there's two ways to get at this. You can either do there's a prop out there of him like his over under longest reception is 12 and a half or like 13 and a half or something like that in the game. All the dude does is get like he's gone over that like 12 times this season. Like when he catches the ball, it's for a chunk, right? And so the reason why I like Naylor in this, or you can go with his yards are 19. I think you go with his yards and play it safe, but I think you ladder his yards up because Sam Darnold, what happened last week with Sam Darnold? They could not get anything done in the red zone. He was just struggling. He was inaccurate. Everyone's obviously they're going to be focused on Justin Jefferson. So naturally everyone's like, well, that means they're going to go to Jordan Addison. I don't know. I think you go to the slot guy. You give Sam Darnold some easy passes to get his confidence up in this game because that's what he needs after just being rattled last game. I think Jalen Naylor, his yards are low. I think there's a good chance we ladder him up. We can take advantage of this. I think that's going to be a target of Sam Darnold's.
Oh,
He usually only gets like 3 catches a game, but when he does get catches, they're usually big plays.
he's been looking for him in key moments lately. You look at some 3rd and longs and things like that. Usually when that guy winds up leaking open. So yeah, I don't hate that, man.
It's my sneaky play. Sneaky
I like
play
it.
in this game.
I like it, bro.
I know I'm going to sound like a hypocrite here when me and AJ were saying throw all regular season stats out the window and, previous trends and stuff. This is a primetime Monday night game. If this game were at 1 o'clock on a Sunday, give me the Vikings. But on prime time on a Monday, I don't feel good about it.
Okay. I trust those weird beardo gut feelings, man.
I don't feel good about it, man. And earlier this week, I was talking about it with Ryan. I picked the Vikings. I don't feel good about this at all.
Feel good about it at all?
I don't feel good about this at all for the Vikings. I picked the Vikings earlier, so I feel like I have to stick with it. I have to pick the Vikings. I can't switch it up, but I don't feel good about it.
You see his little war wound there?
Yeah, there he is. Is that Batman?
That's Batman.
That's Batman. I'm Batman.
Can you say I'm Batman?
No.
What's up, JD? He says Stafford best spinner of the ball. He gets a second. It's over. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, sir. Good to see you.
Okay. Yeah, that game's gonna be tough. I don't know, man. I don't know. Good thing we have till Monday night to figure it out, right?
That's right.
I think they should have played this game in LA and made everyone wear like firefighter masks instead of helmets.
Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, this game is in LA, man. All this shit going on. They're
It's gonna be in Arizona, Beardo.
They moved it to Arizona.
Oh, they moved it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Yep, they're gonna play this one in Arizona.
Okay. All right.
Side
Cool.
note on that, boys. Side note on that. So the game's obviously right down the street from me.
Are you going?
Well, that's the question I've got to ask because I got to talk to the, better half of myself. What is the most money you would spend going to a game that your team is not playing in?
Oh, $100.
Depends if I had a good
$100,
betting weekend.
I was gonna say, yeah, it depends on how you do today and tomorrow.
I threw a
But
honey bun on
100,
something.
no more at the absolute max, $150. It is still an NFL playoff game, which would be pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. But no one else seems to understand that. So I might need to win a couple parlays today.
Hey,
So
good
we'll
luck.
see.
You hit a couple parlays, you have a good weekend, you go treat yourself. And then if you do go there, we do the same thing that we did last time you went to a game where he texted me who won the coin toss. That way I could bet whoever's getting the ball first to win the first quarter since they're going to have an edge.
I like it.
Books will adjust it, but you got a little bit of a lag before the
Got a
books find
window.
out. If you got someone that's actually there, you can usually beat the books to the odds change.
Let's
I
go.
believe we cashed last time too.
Yeah, we did. It was great. Great way to start the game. Cardinals still lost, but it was a great way to start the game.
I believe they covered that first quarter for us though. So
They surely did.
Love that.
Good teams win, great teams cover. Let's remember that, boys.
Oh yeah.
all right, boys, out of here.
All
All right, these guys are.
I was gonna say, you need to wrap this up, don't you, man?
Yeah, we got to
Your
wrap
hands
this
full.
thing up. I forgot it was 7 o'clock. God, that's what I get for starting late. These boys, their light in their room turns green at 7. That means they can get out of bed.
Smart,
So
man.
down
That's
here.
smart. That's a dad hack right there.
That is.
Yep. That's kind of like the Squid Games, you know?
Yeah.
Geeking up. Careful, dude. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been fun. Another wise guy roundtable. We only got a few more of these, which makes me sad, but always a good time. I believe we have Saturday games next weekend too, right?
We should.
We should. Yeah.
We'll probably do this thing if everyone can't. We'll do this thing again next Saturday, breaking down all the NFL games. makes more sense than doing it on Sunday when a couple of the games have already passed by. But anyways, thank you, chat. Thank you to everyone. Smash the like button on your way out. Share this stream out there. Our numbers has been going up. I finally got into that part, Beardo. You know this. Hold on, Cricket. Finally got into the part where it's not a lot, but I'm like in somehow in the YouTube algorithm or something like that, to where I am getting like 10 to 15 new followers every day. Like I check, and it just keeps going up and up, and it's not like crazy amount number, but it's like it's going in the right direction. You know what I mean? It's better than being stagnant. And then like one of our videos that we did this week actually must have got recommended on a YouTube page or something like that, because we had like 800 views or something, which we normally get like 80 on YouTube. So
all it takes is a few people to like it, and then comments, people leaving a comment on your video, and then it tells YouTube, oh, this video got a like and people are commenting on it, and you're just gonna get you're gonna get into some algorithm.
But we love Rumble. They take way better care of us than YouTube.
Yeah. Rumble.
What were you gonna say, Crick?
We are gonna do a show tomorrow. But we'll start at 8 a.m. I don't know who's gonna be with me, but I ain't losing our consecutive day streak, man.
I never said we weren't doing a show.
I just making sure.
I'm gonna be here. Yeah,
that's right. There we go.
Yeah, 1 second. Look at this. Come here. Let's show them. They want to play with this morning. This should be fun.
What is that, bro?
Your little
BB-8.
droid.
Little BB-8. You can control it on your phone, and it rolls around.
That's cool.
Huh?
Yeah.
Technology.
We're a bunch of nerds down here.
You got to get them playing Astrobot next.
Dude, I know. I've got that thing loaded up on the plate. Maybe I'll bust it out today.
I got the boys one. It's this game that it's a headband you put around your head, but it's got a ball and a string attached to it, and you can hook it up to your phone and do it on the TV. But you have to try to punch this ball as many times.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
and it's pretty cool, bro.
That's pretty sweet. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we will be here tomorrow morning. We will be. And we will be on time, of course. Always professional, always on time. Non-clickbait sports show on the internet. And we're going to be here after we cash. We're going to cash all our tickets today, and we're going to be feeling like this.
No space. That's classic.
That's what I'm going to sound like in the morning. I'm like, ugh. My throat's still just all
peace.
Just go knock on your neighbor's door, Beardo, and just turn
That's what you gotta
I'm
bring
terrified,
them,
bro.
Beardo. You got to bring it to them. You got to do something crazy and weird.
Over in your sock.
It might backfire on you because they might enjoy that. So, I mean, you got to really figure this one out.
I don't know what I'm going to do, bro. I'm scared, dude. I'm worried.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll catch you guys bright and early tomorrow morning, 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. But until then,
good luck,
good gambling,
and game on.